To this joint reception by the Austrian presidency of the Council of the European Union and the EU in Kosovo. It is my great pleasure to give floor first to Ambassador Gernot Flander, the Ambassador of Austria to Kosovo.
Thank you, Dinka. Dear Natalia, dear representatives of Kosovo government and Kosovo institutions, excellencies, dear colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, welcome to all of you here in the Austrian residence. The weather gods are with us, as it seems, so let's keep fingers crossed so that it stays like that. The reason why we are here today is the start of the Austrian EU presidency. And I'm very glad that Natalia is here with me today to mark this beginning. Assuming the EU presidency is, for me personally, I must say, a special event. I was in Brussels during the last Austrian EU presidency in 2006. I was part of the Western Balkans working group in Brussels. And I was able at that time to witness some really important steps for the region on its way towards the EU. And actually, one of them was also the Kosovo status negotiations, which were still ongoing at that time. But I will come back to that later again. First, I'd like to say a big thank you to the Bulgarian presidency, to my dear friend Nedyalcho Danchev, who is here as well today. I think you have really done a great work. It was the first EU presidency since Bulgaria joined the EU, and you have really done a great job in many respects, in particular also with regard to Western Balkans, to Southeast Europe. Bulgaria has organized the first Western Balkan summit since 15 years and produced a very ambitious and comprehensive final declaration. I think that's by all means a remarkable achievement. Here, Southeast Europe, the Western Balkans, the region where we are all working, plays a big role during the Austrian EU presidencies. In fact, all the three main priorities of our presidency have also strong connections to this region. Any EU presidency is to a large extent determined by issues which need to be tackled, irrespective of which country is chairing. And in our case, there are also many other issues. One of them, just to mention one of them actually, is the EU budget. The budgetary cycle of the EU ends in 2020, so the preparations have to start now. And negotiations might not be finished during our presidency. We might also have to hand over quite many of the dossiers to the next presidency, which is the Romanian presidency. But it just shows you that, so to say, the range of topics that the presidency has to deal with is quite a broad one. But coming to the presidency, to the priorities, I'll try to be short. First is area of security policy with a special focus on migration. This is a very dominating topic currently in the European public. As you may know, it was also an important topic at the last European Council in June. Many important agreements have to be implemented now in the next months to come, and areas have to be further discussed as well in this respect. In general, I would like to say that Austria wants to operate by building bridges between divergent views on this topic, but also on other topics. I think that is true for how we want to shape our work during the next half year. The experience of two former presidencies will hopefully help, as well as cooperation with the EU institutions and, of course, with both the former and the next presidency. Also on the issue of migration, we have to say that the region, the countries here of the region, have been already reliable partners in this respect and will also be important partners in the future. Second topic is about economy. The European Union is a major economic player, as you know, and we would like to contribute to maintain, to sustain the European competitiveness and the welfare of the citizens of the European Union. And so we have decided to very much support innovation and digitalization. And here as well, we take up work from former presidencies, such as the Estonian presidency, but again, the Bulgarian presidency, which also included the digital economy and digital agenda into the summit declaration in Sofia, but also the London summit, which is concluding as we speak, had an important point on digitalization and digital economy. So now I come to the third main priority, and this also regards very much Kosovo and the other countries here of the region. We would like to further we would like to work on the fact that we want to bring the countries closer to the EU during our presidency. As you all know, Austria has historically close links to the region, and we are one of the most dedicated EU member states when it comes to promoting the European perspective of Kosovo and of the other countries of the region. Building on the enlargement strategy which was issued by the Commission earlier this year, on the Sofia Summit declaration, and on decisions taken by the Council in June. So we would like to deepen the relations between Kosovo and the countries of the region with the EU, and we want to see tangible process and progress in this respect during our presidency. As I said at the beginning, I had the honor to be in Brussels in 2006 and 2005 before, and what I wanted to say, I had really the honor to be in the room in Brussels when the candidate status for the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia was decided, and it was during the Austrian EU presidency in 2006 when the Stabilization and Association Agreement with Albania was signed. And of course, regarding Kosovo, the Kosovo status talks were ongoing and had to be accompanied and followed. So actually, I have quite a long history with the Western Balkans, with Kosovo, with the countries of the region, I can say, and I'm happy and proud about that. I'm also, therefore, personally happy with the recent positive developments in specifically in two countries. The breakthrough on the name issue is really a remarkable and actually historic success, and we hope that this will create positive dynamics for also other questions. In the case of Kosovo, this is, of course, very much the dialogue between Pristina and Belgrade. There is a window of opportunity to move this dialogue further substantially in the next weeks and months. The political leaders of Kosovo are aware of that and dedicated to achieve decisive progress. And the process is, as you know, led by Federica Mogherini and her team in Brussels, but the Austrian presidency stands ready to support if it is needed. Just one word also on visa liberalization. We are aware how important this question is for the Kosovo citizens. We are currently still waiting for the report of the European Commission on whether the criteria are met. And once the report is finished, it will be proceeded to the relevant EU institutions, of course, meaning that the Council and the European Parliament will look into that for further deliberations. One more word before I hand over to Natalia. I'd like to use this opportunity to thank my staff for helping me preparing this event today. And particularly, I would like to mention one colleague, Barbara Fischer, who has been part of our team for the last year and has done an excellent job. We value very much what you have done during that year. Barbara is leaving, unfortunately, at the end of next week, but I would like to use this opportunity to thank you for all your efforts and all you have done for us, for the team and for the embassy. We wish you and Jeff, your husband, every best for your next destination, but we will miss you very much in the team. Thank you very much.
Dear Ambassador Fandler, dear Gernot, Excellencies, heads of missions, representatives of Kosovo institutions, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, thank you for attending our joint event this evening. I know that everyone is in a hurry to see what will happen at 8 o'clock at the very important football match, so I'm not going to be very long. But I feel that there are certain issues which I would like to say, to congratulate and to wish to Gernot with the next 6 months which Austria is taking the presidency of the European Union. First, I would like as well to thank very much Ambassador Danchev and the Bulgarian presidency for taking for the first time in many, many years the Western Balkans so close to the heart of the presidency agenda. I think that that was a game changer. And a lot has been achieved in Sofia Summit, as already Gernot mentioned, but in many other formats where Kosovo as well was represented as an equal partner. And I think that this is very important for the place which we are posted at the moment. The Austrian presidency started actually on 1st of July, and we will carry this work forward. The next 6 months are going to be very, very crucial for the EU-Western Balkan region relations and for Kosovo. The presidency plays an important role in the European Union as a driving force of all areas of union competence, especially the internal one. But as we all know, from the internal competencies, there are always spillover effect on external relations. And I will be really very, very happy to work with Gernot and to help stir the process and set the pace and the agenda of our common work. It is extremely important that the trio of the presidencies has deliberately provided a real impetus for the EU integration process, and the Council has strongly reiterated the EU commitment to the Western Balkans. Dynamic steps forward on the connectivity agenda and the Western Balkan 6 process has been taken. Albania and former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia are opening accession negotiations next year, as we already saw into the decisions of the Council. Through diplomacy and through dialogue, the name dispute has already been overcome and it's on a very good track. This has created a win-win solution for a problem that was long-standing for too many decades, and it makes Europe more peaceful, more united, and that also creates a new momentum for the entire region in the Western Balkans. Any problem, any issue is solvable in a positive manner through friendship, courage, and dialogue. Kosovo has benefited immensely from these regional breakthroughs. It highlights the value of dialogue and the normalization of relations, and we hope that this will translate into finding a legally binding, sustainable solution with Belgrade. The regional progress also highlights the need for dedicated work to address the necessary reforms here in Kosovo. There are examples of areas where important results were achieved over the past year. However, more progress needs to be done on the implementation of European reforms. We trust that with sufficient political momentum and focus, Kosovo can take these important reforms step by step until the autumn. We work together on the rule of law and on binding a modern public administration, on promoting competitiveness. We are pushing for investments towards promoting a better education and connecting in the big labor market. We want to ensure that the best and the brightest get a chance of employment based on merit. I'm very happy that the clear and credible European perspective for the Western Balkans is a strong priority of the Austrian presidency, as we just heard, and I'm looking forward to working even closer together with Ambassador Fandler, that we are already doing it and that the perspective for concrete reality success in Kosovo is finalizing in the end of their presidency. Let me wish you, Ambassador Fandler, and the whole Austrian presidency team a big success in the work ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. we now would like to invite you for some food, which is to the right. I'm sure you saw it when you were coming in, so please help yourselves. Thank you.